Huh?
All right.
Pray for my God.
Welcome to week 17. This is the final episode. Hold on, we'll restart that actually. I like the hype.
Except it's not.
Welcome to the last week where we're talking about fantasy football. Welcome to the big leagues calling. Final week. Playoffs are over. And we're joined here with one Drew's downfield blockers, the givers, and the big scary man here.
Well, the season's over until next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So how does
Will,
this happen?
this is confirmation we will be renewing. We will be back.
We'll be renewing.
We'll see
And
what we do with our
great
downside
update
from
for the
here.
league. You are looking at the biggest loser, not just of hair, but of fantasy football games
That's
for
right,
the year.
our viewers. He's lost in more than one way.
An angel has lost its wings. Corporate America has stolen my soul, and I will never be the same.
It looks like a pixie cut.
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking
I'm
about?
gonna throw a pixie cut Bob up there, and it's gonna be very funny. It's hot. No,
I'm gonna throw some
very
haymakers
hot.
your way. How about that? I'm gonna Drew, scoot over a bit. I gotta get a little closer here, so I can start throwing.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
And we're also looking at if you're not first, you're last.
That's crazy coming from the guy that got third place.
yeah,
and
he
is
lost.
super happy
lost.
about
He
that.
lost.
You lost.
Who did he lose?
Who was I expected to lose to? Everyone was saying, oh, Will's going to get smacked. It's going to be not even close. It's over. He doesn't have a stand a chance. Week 1, we're up by 2 points here with terrible decisions being made in that week. It all came down to a fucking Bijan Robinson, who at the Falcons, Bijan could have done that. Who saw the Rams just not doing well?
I don't
It was
know.
unlucky.
No, it's not unlucky. He
I had a
started.
chance. I was the only one that could have put up the. I was the only one. I put the burden upon myself
Except we can look statistically here.
to beat the number 1 seed.
Except, let me look up everyone who scored more points than you in the final week.
No, yeah, it was that final week was very pitiful. But
If I could find it.
yeah, I think I was the lowest
So-
score in the final week because
So yes, you were. So
no one popped off.
Ryan put up 284 points over 2 weeks. Second is Jack with 274, the 5th place. And then I put 270. Matthew put 260. Josh put 238. You put 234. So actually, everyone scored more points than you.
I know. It's unfortunate.
The givers gave out some business.
No, they actually did. They collected the business.
They collected it, and now they've given it out. You know, we had more points than you. We got the goal we set out to achieve of being the biggest loser.
He actually if anyone's taking a burden upon themselves, it is the givers here.
It was crazy. I would
I'm
have had
taking on this burden.
300 points if I started Derrick Henry. I don't think
If I had
I don't think anyone foresaw this man dropping 4 touchdowns on the Packers defense.
4 benches decisions were made. But yeah.
Like you starting the Cowboys defense.
Look, my FanDuels lied to me. They said that the Commanders-Cowboys game was going to be happening on a Monday, the Monday following the previous Cowboys game, I believe.
They played on a Thursday.
Then exactly, so I was like, okay, Thursday to Monday, there's enough time there. I think the Commanders played on a Sunday though, so I was like, that'd be a back-to-back game for them. Regardless, I was lied to, and it was a glitch in how like I was. If you go and look through like the prize money or the money lines at the time, it said it was gonna be a Monday game. So I was amazed that there was gonna be a 2-week game. I didn't think to even look into it.
That's not how that works. And the Cowboys have statistically the worst one of the
Okay,
worst
you got to
defenses.
look at the highs though. The Cowboys, it was like every other week they had 3 highs followed by 3 lows.
Oh, the offense did, not the defense. The
No,
defense
the
is
defense put up double-digit numbers, like 3 weeks, not 3 weeks in a row, obviously, but it was like every other week there was like some solid numbers, but in between those weeks there were negatives. So it was like I knew the risk, but I was like, okay, if I can somehow get 2 weeks of combined points, they must end up positive, and it was a risk. It was very not calculated well. And again, I was following the fact that they might have played for 2 weeks or 2 games in a week. They did not. But also, okay,
basically hates the Chargers and thought the Chargers wouldn't drop out on them.
It wasn't the Chargers. I was betting against the Commanders. The Commanders suck.
The-
And then they decided to lock in.
no. That game was the Chargers.
No, I wasn't
Yes.
betting. Again, I was expecting 2 weeks. I was like, okay, the Chargers have not been fantastic offensively. And then if we combine them with Commanders that are, losing like 8 games in a row at that point, they were expected not to project. They were not having good projections. I thought the Cowboys, if they could have a defensive pop-off, it would be this week. That was just a mistake. And even if I didn't play them, I was going to lose. So they put up 2 less than the Seahawks.
The Cowboys made our O-line look competent.
I know, exactly. Like the Chargers did not have a great offense this year.
No, well, okay,
They
well,
still
no,
had
the-
moments to do well.
No, our quarterback is elite. It's just we have no O-line.
No
and
O line, no receivers.
that's not true. You can't get the ball to someone if you can't get time. You get sacked like 5 times a game.
Hoping is
That it's
very
not. If
strong
you get
in the
sacked, you get
Chargers.
2.4,
We are 10-4, 10-6.
11-5. We're gonna go
11-5.
11-6 because we're resting all of our starters because there's nothing to play for.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna make the playoffs. You're gonna be fine,
Yeah.
as you should. I'm just upset. Puka did end up number 1 overall. I was happy to see my boy. Yeah, I believed in him from the start.
And he played terribly.
He didn't play terribly. He couldn't get the ball. Stafford was the one that played terribly.
For his standards, he played terribly.
Also, if we look at some official callings, we need to do an investigation because there were some terrible calls.
What, you talking about the thing that you thought was a catch at the end?
There was that.
That was
Actually,
that was not a
I want to roll into the narrative that had it been caught, different.
it went out,
different
it
game.
fell out of his hand.
Well, actually, he had it with. So that was the thing. He had it when his feet were on the ground, and then when his feet left the ground, he lost.
You have to have complete control the entire play.
Well, but if you have it, I don't know. I think we should rewrite that rule for that one play specifically.
Just trying to rewrite the sport.
Brother, I've been
Because-
disassociated for 13 minutes. I don't know what the hell
13
He's
minutes.
y'all
I
are
think
talking
we
about.
might be 5 minutes in here.
See, that just shows you I've been in another corporeal realm.
I'm gonna
Time moves different.
need your Wi-Fi.
So
This actually might be able to do that. Wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna need because I can't pull up statistics because we have to talk
Regardless,
about
I'll
how
take-
I am the most unlucky person and somehow got third.
Oh wow!
Unlucky.
Wow!
let's go through unlucky real quick.
Unlucky.
How many plays did you give away?
So first of all, I think Matthew would have liked Derrick Henry in the championship week instead of Jahmyr Gibbs.
He wouldn't have made it if he didn't have Gibbs.
Hey, okay.
Gibbs got him like 50 points. A lot of them.
Okay, well
He was
we're
a
gonna.
big hitter.
Okay, I'm gonna need to pull up my roster because I gotta go sequentially. But Derrick Henry actually kind of turned it around at the end of the season. So
He was just the final game.
no, he
Did he
was.
do well before then?
Yeah, like
Maybe.
from like week 8 to like 17, he was like minimum like 12 points a game.
I'm just gonna say, look,
With my running back room, that's a miracle.
Okay.
I forget. I'm playing.
So,
I'm actually playing Matthew in another league.
You don't have the
what?
Wi-Fi.
and I don't feel like getting up and going to get it. You can just use my phone.
Okay.
Darren Waller's on
So-
IR.
ESPN. No, it was there.
I mean, he wasn't
That
gonna do
folder,
much anyway.
Right over you.
but-
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's your phone.
All right.
Keep in mind, we are not allowed to have physical contact with Drew's downfield blockers here. He is, in fact, a married man. We will be incinerated upon making physical contact with him. Well, I'm trying to keep my distance here.
Shout out my beautiful wife, Kendall.
Yeah,
He's
shout
dead.
out. Thanks for turning him into a raise that will raise us.
Oh, they got a toilet for your last place, though.
I know, it's so fire,
You
right?
got into it?
Yeah, if you didn't know, you could Google image it. I'm not getting up to show you, but if you didn't know, the last place trophy in fantasy football is a fucking
If you
toilet
could call
paper
it a
roll.
trophy.
So
Toilet paper roll.
Maybe we could do that. A last place trophy and a first place trophy. I like that.
Except no.
no, it's just a punishment. So basically,
We have to have a way of remembering the losers.
I do watch this sport a lot, but I haven't done fantasy football much. This is like I did it once in high school for what was it? I did it once in high school for
Sports marketing.
sports marketing. That was a class. Sports marketing. I didn't do well, and I did it last year because my job and my friends did it. And one league I was terrible. The other league I went like 7-6, and out of nowhere. And then this is like the first year I was locked in. And first of all, just looking back at the team I drafted, so thankfully Josh took Jaden Daniels. So I was like, oh my God. And okay, at the time, Josh took Jaden Daniels and he took Saquon Barkley, leaving me Justin Jefferson.
JF?
At the time.
At the time, I had Justin Jefferson in both of my leagues this year. And if you've played fantasy football this year, you know that he turned into like, I don't even want to.
He became a third string, if you could even say third string wide receiver.
Because his quarterback doesn't throw him the ball. So, that's already one inherent handicap. That my first round pick was terrible. And then I drafted Jahmyr Gibbs and Devin A. Chen. We'll come back to that. Then I drafted Malik Neighbors, who tore his ACL.
What week?
Did you see the fantasy, like week 4? Did you see the fantasy commercial? He did a commercial with IHOP.
He did.
Yeah, it's like, and it talking about like challenges. It's like IHOP's running a deal if you lost your fantasy football. Yeah, and then like it's basically like promoting like coming eat IHOP for your fantasy football like last place challenge. And then the waitress comes up to you and is like, yeah, because you helped so many people this year. And then later the kid's like, are you Malik Neighbors? And he's like, yeah. It's like, you cost me my fantasy football. It's the funniest commercial, and he's an absolute legend for doing that because they clown him with that. But yeah, hope his ACL is better because that's a horrible injury.
But it's real because wait, I'm sorry. I need to borrow this. I would just like to say something. First of all, similar to how I feel about Jamar Chase, but this just reminded me of something. Drew, so separate from Big Leagues Calling, a few of our members have split off into a separate Big Hoopers Coming League.
Oh,
Carolina's Finest Hoopers, my fantasy basketball league.
So we joined this fantasy basketball league. Drew, how would you say my team has been doing recently?
You're like the best 3-7 team I've seen.
And how did those three come 3 in a row, right? After with my auto draft team, when did those 3 wins start happening, Drew?
When I told you how to pick your lineup weekly?
Quick lineup weekly. So I'd like to bring up 2 things. Quickly becoming a top contender. Auto draft, quick lineup. Ring familiar?
I just did that.
Ring bells? Ring familiar, anyone? I'll see. True. I'll see you next year.
Who?
I'll see you next year.
There's no good players on IR.
I
wish I could just look up IR.
I'll see you all next year. I'm winning this fucking league, this dog shit league.
No, when they say out, it doesn't mean IR.
No, I'm talking about you have 2 IR spots to put your injured players on.
Okay, here, you know what? Let me do that real quick.
I'm 10-0 in fantasy basketball. I don't know how.
Aaron Gordon has been out for like how long? And I can't put him on IR?
Why can't you put him on IR? Look.
Yeah, look how long he's been out. Yeah, do it.
Why can't manage IR?
I have to click manage. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually on me. I've been thinking fantasy football.
Anyway,
drag it.
I drafted AJ Brown with my 5th pick, who for the first half of the season you can reliably start because Jalen Hurts is throwing the ball. Also, Jalen Hurts is a fraud. I was proven right.
Right in one game.
Between Jalen Hurts and Jamar Chase, I'm starting to understand why women have a disdain for J names. I think I understand it now.
So then,
is Kyrie gonna come back ever?
Possibly this year. Anyway, so then I draft. So this is another bad. So last year I did Chase Brown, and Chase Brown was amazing. This year I drafted Chase Brown again because Chase. And after 7 games, I'm like, I think the juice is gone. So I dropped Chase Brown. And then this guy picks him up, and Chase Brown gets 20 points a week.
Wait, you dropped Chase Brown?
Yes, he's
been my GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, look, we're just thinking people I draft, and then like how bad it goes to be. Then I drafted Lad McConkey.
Ooh.
I love you. I love you, Lad. Even though the pick after him was JSN, but
Ooh.
None of the receivers.
Look, JSN is one of those that's like, who saw that coming?
Nobody. I mean, he's good. No one's going to be that good. Then I drafted Baker Mayfield. Okay. Because I waited. Yeah. I waited forever to draft a quarterback because I want skill players. Then I drafted Trevion Henderson, who also for 8 weeks was horrible. And I cut him. And as soon as I cut him, this guy takes him.
I got him.
Some guy takes him.
This guy takes him and drops 30 points on me with him. It's annoying. And then I draft Travis Kelce, which I hate the Chiefs, but he was good trade bait.
You had Kelce?
Yeah.
Oh no, you had Kelsey. I thought you meant you had Patrick Mahomes. I was like, wait, so then how did Matthew have him in this?
No,
Okay,
no.
Gotcha.
Then I had Cameron Dicker. I love my kicker. Then I picked
Cameron Dick, yeah, that was Loki your best draft pick.
Zay Flowers. I got Justin Herbert in the 13th round.
I would like to say
Chargers.
Cam Little, for those that know ball, great kicker. He had a bit of a little iffy his first year. He kicked a 70-yard field goal, which would have been the record in the preseason, and then he did it again in the regular season.
Hey, he's no Brandon Aubrey, but
I don't know. I had to pick up Jason Myers, or is it Jake Myers?
You're welcome. Anyway,
Yeah, no, that was actually
yeah, you're welcome. Anyway, Chargers defense. Then in the 15th round, I drafted Tyler Warren, who ended up being tight end 2 for like a very long time. So that was good. And then I drafted Jaden Reed. So yeah, my draft was great. If the entire roster was on my team for the entirety of the year, because
a lot of trades were made.
what is this? What is this?
that's mine. Remember?
Oh yeah.
That's you.
Oh yeah. Mine was like, all right, yeah.
This is you. What, you don't remember? You got last
You
place.
got last place.
No, that's not.
Oh,
No,
you
no,
got it.
I did not. I ain't running
You
no
did.
back.
It's over.
Dude.
It says it right there. Did you saw the toilet paper trophy? This is your phone.
He's in such denial that he believes he got third place.
All right, I mean,
I believe your punishment's gonna be a marathon.
nah. All right, so
What if I did 2 punishments?
Just get next season over with.
No, what if I just did the marathon just to get ripped?
anyway, week 1 I lost with an amazing team.
How much prep do you think you need for a marathon?
Like a few months. Like
Like,
6
if you
months.
took
6 months of probably
I feel
3 or
like-
4 times of cardio a week, like a couple of miles. To build up, to start, because I can't even run a mile. So like 2
I mean,
months.
6 months. I think that'd be enough time, to be honest. If you were committed to it. If
Exactly.
you want to, at that point, it's not even like a punishment. That's just you want to do it.
Coach. I think it's time we step into a new role with the organization as another coach. Coach.
What?
Coach. You gotta be my running coach.
I
Coach.
gotta be a running. I mean, hey, I've been trying to run a bit more. I've been running with Josh, or he who shall not be named, as he will not be returning next season.
Who?
Josh.
Josh won't be returning next season.
No, so there's a reason he doesn't have his episode. He's dodged the question a number of times, and as straight up told me when I asked him, actually we'll get to this. I ask every guy if they could change something about the league to make it more interesting to them, or what was something they would do. And his answer was, I don't want to be more invested. I don't want to care more. So that's when I started hating. That's when I was like, if we can get him in last place, I'd give up my run if I could. And I tried to do that by trying to stock people up, but then eventually that couldn't happen.
It's okay, I dealt with him.
No, you didn't. He didn't get in last place. He got 4th place, which is actually probably a better thing, because that's kind of like, no one's going to remember 4th place.
No.
People will think about they'll think about the winner and who he had to play. They'll think about 3rd place because he's on the podium. And 4th and 5th will go down as like, oh my God, it was so close. No one's going to think 4th place.
And then there's last place, legends that die forever, only to come back like a phoenix out of the ashes and raise the whole world into fucking dust.
So we'll
2026, 2027 Gimmers, we're coming back around for round 2, big.
Anyway, so
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
anyway,
That auto lineup is going to go crazy.
That auto, y'all don't understand. I'm dropping 50 just for my quarterback every game from auto lineup. How did we have such a fire game? Yeah, by the way, just so y'all know,
finale was actually crazy.
just so y'all know, last 2 games, I actually won the first 2-week game between me and 5th place. And I was kind of like, are you serious? Because I at this point I had accepted losing. I was ready.
Right as you accept defeat.
It was
came
getting
down.
a core memory, and then they start popping off when I start using quick lineup in the last 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, this is fucking annoying. But then luckily that first 2-week game didn't count. Then we had our playoff game.
No, wait, no. So how this worked, and I did the math. Basically, you played him twice. We were going to combine the points of all of your 4 games, and whoever had the most points there was the winner. So you were up by like 6.5 points. So Ryan had to beat you by like 6 point. comfortably 7 or 8 points because you could lose points hypothetically. And so he had to beat you by 8 points to not be in last place, and he beat you by like 10.
Shout out Jackson Dart for getting 0.02 that first week, literally cementing us for that. I can't believe I'm thanking you for the L, because honestly, you've been great other than this. So
Honestly,
thank
I
you.
think you know who to thank the L for.
I mean, we all know who to thank the L for.
The Raiders tanking.
I can't even be mad because look, Loki, Mr. Chase hasn't done awful the past few weeks, but you have performed like a 3rd to 5th round draft pick has for the entire
That's a pretty
season.
good 3rd or 5th round.
Yeah, you know, I would have killed for Justin Jefferson to have that production. You want to trade him?
No.
Yeah, see, everything this man said about Jamar Chase is actually applicable to Justin Jefferson.
See, but-
except I won't punch Justin Jefferson.
Jamar Chase should have been my 30-point golden boy.
He
But he spat on a man.
He did have a number of but yeah, no, he was not acting like the #1 overall draft.
He spat on a man that had like majority weeks he dropped less than 10.
Justin Jefferson only had one game above 20 points.
Jamar Chase had like 2.
How many above double digits?
How many above double digits?
I'm actually curious because I feel like that's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there was eight weeks
Even he
that,
put up double.
and this was like in closing seasons, like, you know, because when Carson Wentz was his quarterback, he actually threw him the ball. It's like, okay, he's not like popping up, but he's 15.
Next season,
I'm not drafting him.
JJ McCarthy.
I'm not drafting
Justin
Justin.
Jefferson.
I'm not drafting
Gotta go
Justin.
crazy.
I'm not drafting Jefferson next. I'm not doing it. I can't. Anyway, so week 1, I lose a close one. Well, not close one. I lose by 50 to Will. Not 50, 40. That's when Saquon and everyone did good.
Saquon,
Why were you doing Cardinals defense? That's crazy.
I was just trying to try different
Then-
defenses at the time.
So then I
Didn't
beat
have a solid one.
Ryan. Now here's the thing. So last year,
Week 1.
I based all of my decisions off last year, which I learned now next year. All my decisions were based off this year's decisions. So last year in the league, I had Chase Brown and Joe Mixon, and Joe Mixon was like 20 points a week minimum. So like, at least I can't remember. I swear he was, but like I basically like thought like if you weren't putting up Joe Mixon numbers, you were trash. So I'm just confirming that is actually the numbers he put up. Joe Mixon, because he didn't do anything this season. I would have.
Confirmation.
Yeah, 26, 27, 26, 23, 35, 21. Like I was like, if you're not putting up those numbers, you're cheeks. So
Your cheeks is crazy.
so when Jahmyr Gibbs week 1 put up 15 points and week 2 put up 19 points, I'm sitting there, and again, it in the end didn't screw me as over because we saw we did last week's, but they share the ball with another running back. So I was like, I don't want like Jahmyr Gibbs
You
is
think
good.
Montgomery's gonna like start taking that split a little?
No, not like he's never gonna have like a 30-point game because like he's sharing with
Outright.
with David. So no. So what I did is I went to Matthew and I said Jahmyr Gibbs and Zay Flowers for Mike Evans and Derrick Henry. So we just swap wide receivers, and essentially
And running back.
he gets a running back with a higher boom for me, who gets a running back with a safer floor because Derrick Henry's amazing. And with hindsight, and everyone in this room would have made that trade. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone.
Like as in receiving Gibbs, yeah.
No, you think Derrick Henry's gonna have a crappy start of the season? Did you actually?
I would have given up Derrick Henry for Gibbs. Then and that actually no, I think I thought that you fleeced him.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to think how it started because Gibbs was looking a little.
No, I had to overpay on Flowers. Flowers was better than Evans at him, so I had to overpay. But basically, Evans was out for most of the season, and Flowers was
He
also
just came back, and I ended up with Mike Evans, I think.
yeah. So it did horribly for me because the following week, Derrick Henry had. Oh, I think no. This was the week.
Is that the week Derrick Henry had to fall
No,
off?
Derrick Henry had he was in my league. He had 2 points that week, and I was like, oh, he's like so low on him right now because he just dropped 2 points. I can get Derrick Henry to come back, which was not how it worked. Because then I lost to Josh, where Malik Neighbors went on IR, and HN only got me 16, Henry got me 10, and then it was not good. And he had Josh had Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor, and did he bench Ibuka?
Oh, so Derrick Henry just put up. Wait, Derrick Henry didn't exactly have a big pop off either. He put up 30 the first week and 2 the second week. When did y'all do the trade?
I had to trade after week 2.
So you thought Derrick Henry, who has put up 30 and 2, was a safer floor than 15 and 19.
Do you watch football? Do you know who Derrick Henry is?
Yeah, Derrick Henry's been statistically in previous seasons, he'd be good.
He's a touchdown machine, dude. Like that is.
Yeah, he was.
He,
Again,
he-
what have we
are-
learned this season?
You're a
What have
Packers
we
fan. He
learned
just dropped
this
4 in
season?
your head.
Yeah, I know. Again, this is a new season, though. He didn't do that all season. Just because he has a
I'm
player
all
has
for
done in the past. How about Justin Jefferson? Again, we've learned just because a player has been good in previous seasons does not guarantee them success in this season.
I mean,
That is
Derrick.
like the number one rule of fantasy. That's what makes fantasy the wild card.
Okay.
No one is safe guaranteed.
Since week 8,
Puka-
Henry went
Puka
19
didn't get me
13.
by win. So I was like, I thought Puka was going to bring it home. No.
Since week 8, Henry went 19 13 11 20 22 17 11 10 22 45. I don't think that's bad.
Huh?
19 13 11 20 22 17 11 10 22 45. Now, did I play him all those weeks? No, because
Now, do we want to compare him to Gibbs, though?
yeah. So Gibbs went crazy, but
Everyone else, Gibbs went crazy except for the final 2 weeks.
except the final 2 weeks when it matters the most. So same for Devon H. Anyway, then week 4, Matthew blew me out, and Henry had 7.8 points, and AJ Brown had 2.7, and
Rocky Irving was my one L. Once he went down, I kind of
no Neighbors got hurt this week. The week before, Neighbors had 3.3 points, and then I lost Neighbors to ACL, and Malik Neighbors is.
I mean, like, look, who thought Joe Burrow was going to be throwing stinkers?
None of us. Anyway, week 5. So then I lose to Jack.
What week is this?
This is week 5. So I beat Will.
Jack's first
No,
win.
I don't know. I lost to Will. I beat Ryan. I lost to Josh. Lost to Matthew. Lost to Jack. And then I went last place in the league with 1 and 4. And yeah. So I was 1 and 4. But
I think
so-
Jack might have been 1 and 4 at
no,
that point.
no. He was 2. No, I can tell you.
Can we check?
He was LLL. He was 2 and 3.
You're 2 and 3. Okay, how about that?
So I was last place in the league.
The season didn't start off terribly for me. There reached a certain point though where it was just like Jamar Chase fumbled like 5 weeks in a row and lost me games. So
I believe it happened around the week 5, week 6 point where you. No, it was week 3 where you lost Joe Burrow. And because you lost Joe Burrow, you thought Bo Nix was not going to do anything for you for some reason. Despite the fact he put up 20 points in the both opening weeks, I think.
Okay.
And so you gave away McBride for. Well, we've been over the
Why
number
did you
of times.
give Trey McBride away?
because okay, look, you can watch the old episode. If
I
you
did.
want.
I'm the only one that watches this.
So that's crazy. But
I've
and
watched,
honestly, I can't even argue because I don't think I've sat through a full.
I've
one.
watched every
I
episode
watched-
beginning to end.
I watched them too.
Yeah, everyone be sneak dissing me for
So
nothing.
here's the logic
Talk
here.
about sneak
For
peek.
Drew's downfield blockers, I'll give my logic on this trading in here. Coming into week 3, Jamar Chase had already seen was a loose cannon, and Joe Burrow got knocked out. Now at this point, I had Bo Nix, who, as I've seen now and as I understand, and as I believed in him from the start, because again I'd heard his name on TikTok, therefore he must be good. I knew he'd be good, but everyone told me, no, Bo Nix sucks dick. Bo Nix sucks dick.
Yes.
And then
This is quarterback.
But then I picked up Patrick Mahomes, who did realistically, comparatively to what Trey McBride would have done for me in comparison to my other tight ends, marginally better than Bo Nix the whole season. At most, he only outscored him by 10 points one week. Meanwhile, fucking Trey McBride was out here dropping like 10 times Dallas Goedert and Hunter Henry's points consistently.
We've discussed this. The difference between first place tight end Trey McBride and second place tight end, who is, I think,
Kittle.
no,
It was Warren for a while.
Travis Kelsey, I believe.
No, it was not Kelsey.
I'm gonna say it was Kelsey.
But it was immense.
It was
Yeah.
Kelsey.
And at the time, Trey McBride wasn't really putting up numbers like that, so
The
sad.
difference between 1 and 2 is bigger between like second and third.
How did Kelsey finish 2? Like, this is Warren
He did a terrible finish, but he was really solid.
I traded him and didn't.
Yeah, no, because you're dumb. Because you don't watch the sport. You don't believe in the Chiefs like that.
Oh no, yeah.
Travis Kelsey that had just got proposed to. No, I don't know.
So we're gonna really sit here and we're gonna sit here and think that
Wait, Travis Kelsey got proposed to, or
He
proposed to someone?
You know, that's a good point. That's a good point.
all right, here we go.
I think he proposed. I think
I didn't even know this happened.
I'm surprised Kyle Pitts didn't finish second.
This is
Travis
how, like,
Kelsey. The final few weeks was terrible.
this is how
I will-
miserably out of line I am with this lore.
So Tyler Warren was two.
Wait. Do you not know who Travis Kelsey's engaged?
I know
to?
he's engaged to Taylor Swift,
yeah.
but I didn't know they got engaged.
Yeah, no. He did he do it in the offseason?
Yeah, but
I couldn't remember.
I don't care about the Chiefs so much harder.
No, he doesn't.
I'm gonna lie,
We just need something. So you think that Travis Kelsey had a better season than Tyler Warren until the end when Daniel Jones got
I
hurt.
would probably say that.
Well, because Daniel Jones got hurt and stopped throwing him. But up until that point, Tyler Warren
was averaging like 10 yards of reception, I think. Which
He got the
isn't
ball
looking
3 yards.
too crazy, but he
14,
did get the
11,
ball.
6, 18, 14, 18, 16. I was like, yeah, I can trade Kelsey. I don't need him. This Tyler Warren was
I
putting
mean,
him.
if you had Tyler Warren, like the difference between second place tight end and like the rest of them is so marginal.
Yeah, Kelsey averaged.
So if you had Tyler Warren, you were probably fine.
So
You're not
Travis-
missing Travis Kelsey. I had Brock Bowers, who then went out for 5 weeks, and I was picking up the scraps. And when Travis Kelsey was presented to me, I was like, okay, a big shot that I can get 10 points from.
Yeah, and I didn't. We'll give that. So anyway, Neighbors is injured, ACL. I lost Gibbs. Henry was playing bad. Jefferson's not getting me 40 a game. Chargers defense was looking terrible.
They picked it up.
It picked it up. So I was screwed, and I was 1-4. So it was like from that position, I'm like, dang, I'm actually probably running the marathon.
You know who I was talking to at that point? This guy who was like, "Oh my God, things are looking terrible because I'm 2-3." I'm like, dude, it's like week 5. I think it was you as well. I was
Hey.
talking to someone. I was like, it's week 5.
No.
We're not even happy.
They always, all these motherfuckers, they always be like, you always talking about something. You always, but guess what? I'm always right about something. I was talking week 5 when I was 2-3 about how shit was about to go bad, and what did it do? It went fucking south. I swear to God.
Be the positive influence. You're trying to make them.
I could provide.
a little.
I could provide so many examples.
Yeah.
I can say, hey, we're playing Magic Gathering. I can say, hey, get rid of this guy's creature. He's about to be a problem. They don't. You know what happens? He wins the fucking game. He wins the fucking game.
Oh, I thought you were gonna claim a certain Boomy back incident.
Well, I mean, that's a great example. That is a great example, actually. It could go vice versa, where he does some shit. You want to hear something? Here, Drew. Let me ask you about this. Right? Me, Will Matthew,
Oh, I love it.
playing Commander. I get board wiped. I have 4 creatures on the board. The most powerful of which is when I just played. It is a 2/4, 4 cost that has Firebending X, where X is the amount of creatures I control. Keep in mind, I have 4. That's the strongest one I control. The rest are like 1/1s, 1/3s, whatever. Matthew is sitting there, 4 different creatures between 6/6 and 8/8 with various different effects. It gets to Will's turn. We are both like down tremendous. It's like, if we don't do something about this, we're gonna lose this whole game because he has more life than us. Will, I hear him go, all right, I'm gonna cast Boomy Bash to destroy a creature. I was like, oh, thank God, dude. Thankfully, I'm gonna destroy your Firebender. What are you talking about?
You-
What are you talking about?
So your threat assessment in Magic is as bad as your
And you know
score
what ended up-
assessment too.
You know who ended up winning that
What place did you
game?
get?
What place did you get?
Second.
Third. If you're not first, you're last.
They like the cope. They like the cope.
Yeah, well, guess what? You weren't first that day either. So I guess you're just never winning ever.
You know, it is fun though because a certain someone was late to brunch, I believe.
He did all this because I was
We're getting
10
soft.
minutes late to brunch.
It was a lot. You know, when you accept defeat and you realize you can have fun and just start pissing people off, it's really the most fun you can have.
And when I was playing Bumbleflower the other day, he scooped and gave all of his counters to Matthew. I still almost
I had to
won.
go to work.
All of them to
I
Matthew.
had to go
All
to
of
work.
them.
You
All
can't
of
you
them.
can't legally distribute counters like that.
No, I had spells that just let me proliferate anything.
Oh, you just play.
So I just proliferated only Matthew.
Okay.
I was like, I gotta go. Okay, Matthew, you know what? You've lived this long. Fuck it.
Anyway,
And it was still a fire game.
Yeah, what the fuck? I was like, I thought that game would go for 3.5 hours.
You don't know the nail biter you left on. You don't. We're getting off topic.
I had to
Look,
go to work.
look, as Drew said, off topic.
we're gonna yes, because we're
I'll
describing.
get off topic.
Yes, we're describing my comeback. Anyway, so basically, what I had to do is my running back room looks like. Well, actually, I picked up Cam Scatterbo and Rico Dowdle off waivers, but because Lad McConkey was doing bad, Justin Jefferson was doing bad, AJ Brown, Malik Neighbors was hurt, and AJ Brown was either 30 points or 2 points. And I this time I wish I didn't cut Chase Brown, but basically what I did is I needed a wide receiver that I knew was going to give me points. So I go to this guy. And what I did is I don't need a tight end. He needs a tight end. I have Tyler Warren. So I go Travis Kelce and Devin Achane. It would hurt me to trade Achane, but I had to. For Bucky Irving and Devontae Adams. Bucky Irving was supposed to come back the next week. And Bucky Irving
was 8 weeks, he would still be supposed to come back there.
Yeah, so Bucky Irving is like a points machine, and the Bucks were good at the time. And so I was like, Devin Achane is slightly better than Bucky Irving, but I need Devontae Adams here. So I made that trade, and he took the trade. And then he didn't do great, but then I beat him next week because Cam Scatterbo and Rico Dowdle put up 64 points combined.
Yeah, no, that was unfortunate.
And
I don't think my team did hot either, though. Yeah, that's just Barkley eating. Oh, Puka got injured.
Oh yeah, it was the Puka injury week, but still. And then I go to Ryan next week.
But the rest of my team still like I was running Rome Odunze at that point. That is the worst pick I ever made that draft.
Yeah. You know the funny thing is it was almost Rome Odunze instead of Devontae Adams. But at the time Odunze was playing better, so I'm like, I'll take Devontae.
I thought about that so much that I was like, dude, Drew might have gotten last time we made that trade.
Yeah, well, we're very thankful. So and then I beat Ryan because I had Quinshon Judkins and Dowd. I don't know why I benched. Oh, because they're playing the Broncos. And then Devontae Adams had 26. Patriots defense, and I was going crazy. So I'm 3-4, and then I need to beat Josh. That was the tough one. And I got Olave, and then Gadsden, and then Henry hopped up, and then this is the week where Scatterbo got hurt. And I maintain that if Scatterbo didn't get injured, I probably would have won this entire league. Cameron Scatterbo.
You know, I think if Jesus were alive today, he'd really appreciate the way that Cam Scatterbo catches that football. I don't know anything about him. I just saw that on TikTok.
He's running back. Oh, it's not
runs that. I think he'd really appreciate the way that Cam Scatterbo runs that football.
He probably would have been a top 5.
Do you think God loves Cam Scatterbo?
God loves everyone.
When you eat a taco,
everyone? Huh?
Yes.
When you eat a taco,
we're gonna get my theology here.
Do you let the taco dominate you, or do you dominate the taco?
Of course I dominate the fucking taco. Do you see me? I'm gonna mince mass of a man.
So you turn the taco so it's like everything's falling out. You hold the taco like this.
I eat it in one fucking bite, like a real man. That way there's no mess. If it's all
sounds like you don't have a big enough taco. You like small tacos?
No, I'm just a big enough man. Are you?
I think you need to put a little more meat in there.
Interestingly enough, I got
want more meat? You want more meat, huh?
Yeah. I want to see a good man-sized taco. I think you're eating these little dainty things.
Well, if I want to see a man-sized taco, I'd pull your pants down. I mean, shit.
Okay, wait.
These gentlemen are so unserious.
I'm so sorry.
So, and then actually, the
I was going to say hard shell or soft shell.
I don't know.
I prefer if yours was hard shell. For me. Anyway, I'm sorry. Can we get back to football?
Then, so I'm on a 3-game win streak. I almost beat Matthew. I lost by Matthew to 4 points.
What'd you say? Say it out loud. Say it to the camera. Say it.
This guy. I was saying this guy. Can you believe him?
Anyway, so I almost beat Matthew, but 3 things did not go my way. 1, the Jaguars defense gave up 29 points to the fucking Raiders.
Lamar Jackson actually putting up numbers that week.
And Tyler Warren had an off game, and then Ladd McConkey against the Titans did not do that well, which was weird. But if I just played...
Wow, can you look at... That's crazy. I wanted to know... Oh, no, Gibbs actually had a stinker that week, too.
This week I had Breece Hall and Bine, didn't play him. KW. And then... Oh, and this is the week where I had Kyle Monogany. Kyle Monogany had me 22 points. But then if I played like anyone else in flex, I would have beat Matthew. But again, it is what it is. I really blame the Jaguars on that one. And then I played Jack. I barely beat him, but because Jamar Chase and Mahomes were on bye, we survived. No, actually, this is kind of fun. So Jamir Chase was on bye.
Jamir Chase?
I can't. Jamar, I just came off a kidney stone. Jamar Chase, I literally passed a kidney stone yesterday. Woke up at 3 a.m. yesterday with a kidney stone, passed it 5 hours later. Okay. I'm allowed to not speak properly. Jamar Chase was on bye. Patrick Mahomes was on bye. And Brandon Aubrey was on bye. He forgot to update his kicker.
I didn't have another kicker.
You could have dropped somebody
he
in.
didn't care.
It was a rough time. All right, we went through a period.
If you had a kicker with 19 points, it would have been bad for me. And then this week was, I only put 110 points. This week was terrible, except for me not playing Jackson Dart, which I don't know why I did. But and then Chris Olave. Also, I hope everything goes well with that guy's surgery because if you didn't know, he had a blood clot in his lungs. So, but Chris Olave would be my MVP if I actually played this guy because like there were so many weeks he's like 20 points off the bench. I'm like, it's the Saints.
I had him for like pretty much the whole season.
I did. I'm like, he's on the Saints. How much longer are they going to keep this up? And then he had like 20 and 30 months.
And
But
the
if
Saints, they picked it up at the end of the season.
yeah, because Tyler Shuck's legit. And yeah.
Panthers still can't beat.
So then I was like 5-4. And no, wait. So if I go 1-4, 2-4, 3-4, 4-4, 5-4, then I go 5-5 because wait, no, what? No, I can't. L. I had 6 L's.
Well, after those first few L's, you went on a nice win streak.
Awkward silence. KW.
Well,
L.
I mean, like, yeah, you had some L's, like you said. You went on
Yeah,
a win streak after that.
I
You figured things out. Things got together.
I was 5-4 with a chance. No, hold. I can't math. Oh, here you go. Loss. 2-4, 3-4, 4-4. No, 4-5, 5-5. I was 5-5. That is the last of that. And then NFL Week 11.
Yeah.
NFL Week 11 sucked so bad. I put up
That was
6.
a nice preview of the.
Yeah, well, every time I played this guy, apparently no one on my team wanted to put up points. It was
I thought the time when you had Cam Scatterbo.
yeah. So Herbert had 3 points. I actually could have been at that Jacksonville Jaguars game because we were in Florida at the time. I'm glad I didn't go. That was Dowdle, Jalen Warren. Yeah, I went 5 Chargers players in a game where they lost 6-35.
That's tough.
That is extremely tough.
It's very tough to hear.
It is. I thought it was going to be a revenge game because they just showed us in the playoffs. We choked like a big lead against them in the playoffs like 3 seasons ago because we didn't have a good defense. Now we have a good defense. And I was like, this is like our revenge game on Jacksonville. And that was the whole reason. Let's go load out Chargers because like there's no way like we do not like just kill them, right? Yeah, that one's on me.
You beat my like low point record by like 0.4 points.
And even if I put Derrick Henry and AJ Brown in, it wouldn't have done anything. This is also the week that
No, my team performed well enough. Devontae Smith, I don't know why he held on to you for so long.
Oh, this is the week Trevian Henderson put up 32 points. Yeah.
But that was the Travion. I added him off of a whim. I was like, okay, we got a rookie here who is overtaking his senior because the senior's injured. He just put up 28 points last week. He proved himself last week. We're gonna give him another chance. He breaks that record. The next week he does it again, and then he kind of followed it off. But he was a pretty solid pickup at the time. Then he would do it again against you in the playoffs.
Anyway, so I'm 5-6, and I look at things. I'm like, I need to make playoffs because if I go into a shootout with this guy, we'll probably lose. Which ended up being extremely true that I would, because the only person that put up enough points to beat you in the shootout was Ryan. So I had to win out. I beat Ryan barely because this was Chargers bye week. Thank you, Rams defense and Derrick Henry.
Shout out.
Derrick Henry and AJ Brown even on the bench, but it was his Chargers bye week. And then I played Josh, and this is when I started playing Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I picked up Joe Burrow because I needed a quarterback.
He
Because I couldn't
he
necessarily.
might be an even better person to look at to see who had more double-digit point games.
See, here's the
And
thing.
y'all called Bo Nix trash.
And he's such a system quarterback. It's just the
That's
fantasy.
the-
We're not looking at that.
That's the thing, though. There's a big difference between the actual playmaking in the game to fantasy points.
See, well, I'm talking about fucking fantasy.
No, and I agree. I agree. At that point, it's like that's why I'm always like, yo, Jalen Hurts is usually the safe pick there.
He had Drake. You know, and here's the thing. Ryan had Drake May. Why would you ever play Hurts over Drake May this year?
Hurts outscored May a lot.
Drake May's the sole reason he's not running the marathon.
Now because of the final, because Jalen Hurts the fall off was real.
The Jalen Hurts downfall. I didn't.
But also, I don't think that's so much on Hurts as whatever offensive decision making that's being made over there.
And then also, we have so many people that I just want to talk about that they played well for me and didn't. They played horrible for me and helped other people. Chase Brown, you get a pass because of last season, but I should never let you go. But I wish I had you. Trevian Henderson, thanks for being terrible and then dropping 30 on my head. And then he drops him the final week, and I pick you up and I'm like,
Because he had a concussion.
he came off the
Let's talk
concussion.
about that.
No, he came off the concussion. That's why I picked him up. He had projected 15 points. I'm like, all right, they're playing the Jets, which is the week he dropped 30 on me. I'm like, so you're just going to run it back?
Okay, let's think about this. Do you want the guy that just got concussion to play against a team you don't need him to play against? Because you know you're going to smack him regardless. Let him rest. And they didn't, actually. They played him a lot.
Yeah.
They just didn't let him get touchdowns. Like
No, they gave him all the body
So, honestly, that surprised me. I think that was a terrible decision from them, but whatever.
And then the main one is Travis Etienne Jr.
I did not mean to play him in the final week, though. I really
Travis
I didn't put that
Etienne.
lineup in.
And
That's on me.
Travis Etienne, when I played him, was awful. And then, which is very few weeks. And then when he played against me, I was like,
I had him for the final 2 weeks there. I saw him there. I was like, we're just going to wrap him in and give him a chance here. And he got his revenge game.
I still beat Josh in the final week because McConkey
Well-
might go. AJ Brown might go. Went crazy.
It helps when actually Josh. Was his team even good outside Christian McCaffrey at that point?
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, and Caleb Williams.
Jonathan Taylor hadn't even
And Jamison
been doing too
Williams.
much.
Here's Josh's issue. He had Wandale Robinson on the bench like for the majority of the season, and Wandale Robinson.
He doesn't set his lineup. He checks the if he did, he might have checked once a week.
Wandale
That doesn't
Robinson.
mean he set his lineup. He was just like, okay, I think these are
Since Wandale Robinson 20, 15, 7, 13, 22, 7, 30, 10, 16, 5, 22.
exactly no. That's what I'm like. At that point, Josh was a threat in the beginning because it was Christian McCaffrey and prime Jonathan Taylor.
And Nico
then-
Collins
and
and
Nico
Emeka
Collins.
Ibuka at the beginning of the season, and Jaden Daniels.
The Puka fall off is so sad.
If he
Who
just,
fall off? I thought he was your goat.
no, Emeka Ibuka.
And Puka.
He was a rookie for the Bucks. That was like the first 7 weeks. Was like,
There
he's
was no such
offensive
thing
rookie
as-
of the year, and then he like fell off a
There
cliff.
is no such thing as the Puka fall off. He's going number 1 next season, I'm sure.
I wonder who I'll pick up in my first round.
Him or JSN.
So wait, does that mean by default, since I lost, do I get the first round draft?
I actually was bringing that up.
No,
All of I think what we should do is all of the newcomers should get.
Lower picks.
No, what we should do is we should take the newcomers and the bottom 2 people and like do like an NBA draft lottery, but give the people that finish 5th and 6th higher odds to make the first pick because they got belt, or give them 1st and 2 pick and then give all the newcomers the next picks, then give 4th to last pick, me the 3rd to last pick, you the 2nd last pick, and Matthew the last pick.
That's smart. I like this logic.
You could probably try that.
Yeah, so it
The
would
goal
make
is to
things
have-
extremely interesting.
Again, our goal next season, I want 10 members. I think I have a good amount here. Kendall's going to be joining us, apparently.
What?
He is very down for it. So,
Okay, and
Drew,
then,
I have a question.
Mhm.
If you play your wife in fantasy football, will you throw against your wife,
I would say.
even if it meant she'd get last place and have to do a punishment? Yeah, say it for the camera. Say it for the camera for the
she
people at home.
won't finish last place. Neither will I.
But hypothetically, for the viewers, aka the Kindles at home,
Would I
would
throw?
you throw a game to save your wife from a punishment in fantasy football.
Even though her punishment is reading a book or putting a book she doesn't want to read, yes, because I
That
want to
is-
finish left.
We're working on that. That is
Yeah,
not
no, her-
gonna be a punishment.
Her no. The only reason she will play is for punishment is nothing like the rest of us.
We can make it nothing like the rest, but like I said, that is not fun for the rest of us if that's our punishment.
So here's the thing: she was talking about doing like a PowerPoint presentation on that book, and we all have to sit there and listen.
That could be better.
Now
There
we're
we go.
talking.
That's what I'm talking about. We need a little more to that.
That was her suggestion.
That'd be fun.
But
Okay.
this is
this
more
was
of a
left out to me.
This is
was
a
left out.
conversation
Nothing-
for after hours.
That's exactly this is.
Yeah.
Conversation for after hours.
I said I would be very down to brainstorm some ideas to make it so that she. Yeah, I can understand she would want to do all the things that we already had.
I was about to say I don't really want to do all the things that
Well,
we have laid
tough-
out, but
tough-
tough shit. Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey, that's bad language for the PBS Kids channel.
so
You can say shit, fuck, damn it, but no body parts.
so then we get the playoffs where I play him, and I want to cry. So Joe Burrow had 23 points. He had 4 touchdowns going to the fourth quarter. I was like, I'm gonna get like a 35, 40 point ball from Joe Burrow. He throws 2 horrible interceptions and blows the game to the Bills. Derrick Henry only 11 points. Quinshawn Judkins, another man that every week except 1 week I started him.
Dude,
Wait, his name is what?
Quinshawn
Junkins?
Quinshawn Judkins. Every week I played him except for 1 week. He was hot cheeks. Every week he rode my bench. Amazing. Which is why I'm going to go ahead and bring my suggestion. Can we please have a second flex? No second quarterback, just a second.
yeah, I think
flex.
a second flex might.
Because there are so many weeks where,
Yeah,
like,
I wish I could have played this guy in.
no, there were so many weeks where that guy was, I would decide between 2 guys, and the guy that was like, who would have been my second flex on my bench got 30 points. So that's my suggestion, because it happens in my other league, in my work league, and I don't get this down bad.
I'm just curious if that'll be better or worse than a 10-man league, but we should be fine.
Anyway,
It sounds like maybe everyone will be running like a nobody.
Devontae Adams falls off the cliff. Chris Olave has
He got
6 points.
injured.
Tyler Warren, this is when Daniel Jones goes off the cliff, and Tyler Warren gets beat 3.7. Then O'Marion Hampton. Now, in order to make the Bucky Hampton trade work, Bucky Irving trade. Now, actually, so at the time, I was not, this ended up me fleecing you because O'Marion Hampton did better than Bucky Irving. It ended me, however, at the time, it was not a fleece
How did
because
Did
no
Bucky
one,
come back?
but yes, he did. He was terrible.
he's good?
Nobody knew that Bucky Irving would come back terrible. And I only wanted O'Marion Hampton because I'm a Chargers fan. Our O-line's terrible. He shouldn't have put up the numbers he did.
Yeah.
So I just wanted O'Marion Hampton because I'm a Chargers fan.
Oh, so you just wanted Marion Hampton because Dick Ryder? I'm sorry. Sorry. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot I traded him to you. I thought I just dropped him. So you're fine. That's all.
He
good.
actually was my most consistent performer in playoffs, I think. He actually saved me. He had 14 points, and then Rams defense had 6, and then Cameron Dicker had 20 points. But on my bench, I had nobody, and then AJ Brown had 16. And then next week, Joe Burrow, 5 points. Derrick Henry, 10 points. Quinton Judkins, 4. AJ Brown, 12. Michael Wilson. I wish I picked you up earlier, buddy. I love Michael Wilson. And then because Tyler Warren fell off a cliff, I had to get another tight end. And I'm actually surprised this guy didn't go. No one picked this guy up, but Harold Fannin Jr.
Yeah, no.
Harold Fannin Jr. was amazing. Devontae Adams, the Jaguars defense, and Cameron Dicker.
Who's he play for?
And
The Browns. Oh, the Browns side.
yeah, he's Shitter's favorite target. And then Olave on my bench giving 20. But unfortunately, it didn't matter. Because
Yeah, he did. Oh, it's probably because by the time I didn't need him. When did you pick him up?
that week,
Dang. Yeah, I picked up Alpage.
he turned into the second coming of Christ. Anyway, it didn't matter because Will had a combined Trevion Henderson and Travis Etienne, people that were on my team, dropping 61.6 points combined on my head. Was pretty bad. I hated that. And so did HN. The 3 people that were on my roster put up 85 points. And then finals was very underwhelming, basically. I mean, not for me. I gave Josh Belt. I gave him Belt.
You know,
Belt ass. Straight belt.
Oh, kinky.
That's a sports term.
Still kinky.
Josh just.
Still kinky ass sports term.
I wish Josh would have been more invested. Oh well. What can we do?
For a question of the viewers at home, drop in the comments why you think Josh wasn't invested.
I don't know.
Well, there was a difference here. Him and Ryan entered as basically with no knowledge or understanding of the game. Ryan at least looked like he attempted to and like really learned some of the stuff. And Josh just, I don't know if he made a single change in his lineup aside from like his draft picks.
He did the 1 week he played me.
Anyway, so what happened is I went 1-4, and by a lot of luck, a lot of people of mine got injured. I dropped a lot of people I shouldn't have dropped, and a lot went bad. But I went from 1-4 to third place. So therefore, that is more impressive than someone that knew he was going to get second place.
I didn't know
Do you
he was
agree?
going to get second.
Do you agree? Someone that was expecting to
No,
make plans with his side.
no one knows who's going to be doing.
I will lie, I zoned out for like 10 seconds.
So Will, he had Puka, Josh Allen, who he traded.
Yeah, we'll look
Actually,
at my
forget-
week 5 lineup.
Forget who that. We're talking about all this. Anyway, he had Puka, and James Cook,
Okay.
Puka
And-
hadn't even been like the man at that.
Matthew
He
Stafford,
did solid.
Seahawks defense, Jake Myers, Drake London, Matthew Stafford, all those guys. And he did trade Josh Allen, which that was actually with how bad Josh
I'm
Allen
going to
was.
say I won that trade. Had I played Stafford that week, I easily would have said I won that trade. But the Seahawks defense kind of won me a lot of the final games to get to the playoffs.
I don't know why Matthew gave up Seahawks defense over
Well-
Broncos defense. That was
He believed that Josh Allen would be his backup
Josh
because he gave me Stafford. And I was like, if Stafford could do what Stafford was a wild card, though.
I had Stafford 1 week. I think I did. But anyway, if someone has that roster, you expect them to finish second, right?
Yes.
If someone was 1-4,
Yeah, I didn't have that roster at week
We're-
5.
yeah, you're a better one.
This is not a better one.
Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, Puka, Travis Hunter. Oh yeah, that's pretty stinky. Except the bench had Bucky Irving, Brock Bowers. Why did you have so many Cardinals players on IR? You had Trey Benson and Kyler Murray on IR, knowing that they were non-factors.
I didn't have Kyler Murray.
You had Kyler Murray on IR for a long time.
Oh, because he had a chance of coming back. And then they said no.
No, they literally said, "You're so bad, we're not playing you again." Anyway, would you say someone that finished 1-4 and did so many bad decisions, in hindsight, bad decisions, going to 7-6 and making third place is more impressive than someone with Puka getting second place?
I'd say that's pretty all right. That's pretty all right.
Isn't that a better story and something more memorable than I was just like second seed all season and finished second place? Because he was second seed all
I
season.
think your story is added by the 4 episodes prior of just straight fucking shit talk heaters being thrown.
Oh, did you see how much shit talking this guy been throwing in the chat?
No, I don't read anything.
Yeah, he did. He shit talked me and then he comes to me. He's like, "Oh, why are you sneak this to me? I'm not sneak this to
You
me. I'm
was
coming at you, and I put belt to ass in the playoffs."
Hey, it's called my players perform.
Oh, then there's the excuse coming out. My players didn't perform.
They did it.
My players didn't perform.
You beat a
They
guy.
don't perform when they face me. But he wants to talk the shit that my teammates.
Justin Jefferson didn't perform against anybody he played against.
Yeah, guess what? I hated my first pick. I had Saquon. Saquon didn't do shit for the final until the final like 4 weeks.
Saquon at least had trade value.
James Cook for him. So those are
He at least he had trade value. Would you have traded for Justin Jefferson?
I don't know who that is.
Would you have traded for Justin Jefferson?
probably in that week if I'd even had like sure. Who would I given you? I probably actually had you tried to trade him to me at that time. I would have because look how many fucking injuries I'm dealing with.
I tried trading him to Matthew. Matthew's like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah, no. With this fucking fuck ass lineup, yeah, I would have been like, who do you want? I probably wouldn't give you Puka. You might have gotten Drake London out of me at that point. He was like, questionable on a bye week. I probably would have given you Drake London for
I
me.
probably would have taken that.
Yeah.
I probably would have. Dude, I just.
Alvin Kamara went out there. Dude, Alvin Kamara was ass. Oh my god.
But anyway, 1 to 4 to third place is impressive. That's all I'm
It
saying.
is again. You had a rough start, but you picked it up. I struggled. I fought my way. I changed my lineup so often.
You were second in the entirety of the season, dude.
And I made the most lineup changes. I ended my season with 2 original draftees.
Actually, how many did I end up with? Which better fact checking this?
I had I had 2 original draftees like week 10, I think. I was dropping and adding people as often as I could because I just
I ended
didn't
with
feel like I had
6.
consistent play.
I ended with 6. It would have been 5 if I didn't pick Trevian Henderson back up.
Puka, Drake London, my only originals, and Drake London was useless past week 10. He was another Bucky Irving situation, unfortunately. But he did so well with me, I'd rather him. He deserved his spot on the bench.
Anyway, whatever I learned next year, I'm not making any. What I'm gonna do next year, I'm not making any trades. I'm not dropping anybody unless they have an ACL until week 10. I'm going to keep people I draft.
I think that's pretty.
That's
smart.
what I'm doing.
That's when you gotta lock in.
I'm not blowing things up early for no reason. Unless someone has an ACL or if we have more people, there'll definitely be more people to drop. But like, if my first round pick was anybody else, this season probably would have been better. But like, you cannot take Justin Jefferson and him be that bad. Like, you need 40 bombs out of him.
He was probably the number one reason most people lost the entire series.
I had Malik Neighbors and Justin Jefferson. And here's the thing. If I kept Jameer Gibbs and Devin Achane and made it to the championship week,
You would have lost.
combined 20 points. Combined 20 points.
But again, you would have made the play. Or you would have made championship with
Can I
them.
borrow my phone?
Yes. I mean, yeah. Achane, I didn't want to trade Achane. It's just Achane was a sacrificial lamb. Like, because there's no way.
For Devontae Adams was a pretty good trade.
Like, there's no way he would have sat there and like, taken Kelsey for Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
No, I had to be like, I have to go make a
And I needed a running back because I was like, Barkley's doing jack shit.
well, yeah, Bucky, but you know.
Bucky got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Bucky was going to come
Anyway,
back
also
early.
inadvertently, his second place is as much my second place because I gave him Devin Achane, and I went to this man and got him to accept a deal for Cameron Dicker and Rico Dowdle for James Cook.
I'm glad.
But because I love Cameron Dicker and he is statistically the most accurate field goal kicker in the league and is consistently free points, I'm sitting there and I also was like, James has been terrible and like Rico's like my guy. They're gonna give him 5 quadrillion touches. So I went to him, and after he accepted, I'm like, I actually changed my mind because I don't like changing my mind. You go get the Seahawks kicker who I was gonna go pick up.
He did call me. He said, I don't want to do it, but I'll give you the opportunity to veto. I said, you know what? I'll respect it. I'll veto it. I picked up Jason Myers, who ended up going number 1 kicker. I don't regret it, even if,
So if I had-
in the championship, he didn't show up, but that doesn't matter at that time.
So I could have had Jason Myers and James Cook, and
Which would have been better.
yeah, which
You would have won that.
probably yeah.
That not doing that trade kind of got me to the championship, I think.
Yes, your second place is as much my second place. You're very welcome.
What? What? I don't know if actually, maybe then. Could I have? You might be right with that one.
I do, yeah. Because you,
That was a big.
what
big
would
decision
you
there.
have? Because
No,
what would you have
not.
with Rico Dowdle? What would you have done?
No, you're right. I would have tried to enforce him.
I probably wouldn't have like because I have a good running. I probably wouldn't have dropped
Actually,
Travis Etienne.
I had Travion.
Yeah, but you probably wouldn't have had Etienne. I probably wouldn't have dropped him.
And I probably just would not have played him.
I probably would
I
have.
just would have forced Travion a bit more. Maybe swapped Rico and Travion around a bit.
Actually, no, I
I still
probably
think I
would
would
have
have
dropped.
gone second.
Probably would have
place.
dropped. No, because with Cook I would have probably no. I should have dropped Quinton Judkins. After. Here's the thing. Also, don't watch fantasy football TikTokers. They're like Quinton Judkins playing the worst defense in the league. He's gonna get 30 touches every week. I do them like, all right, yeah, I respect the logic.
That's just
5
an
points.
analytical move. When you look at like who he's playing, how he's been doing, he was due for the pop off. I played him in my other league because I thought he would, and it did not go well. He got injured in that big game.
Yeah, and my soul died when Cam Scatterbo twisted his leg. So
Yeah, solid week out of him.
I got top 3
Did you
weeks.
have him at start?
No, I got him in week 4, but he was like 18.
You got 2 weeks.
He
out.
was definitely like my best running back I had all year. Well, not Derrick Henry, but
Oh, we have a flashback video. Have y'all looked at your
I
flashback
have.
videos?
I have. I drafted Justin Herbert 13th and Tyler Warren 15th. My late picks are always good. Yeah, but
Fireball Blazing Apple. I
Yeah.
think we know it's going to be drinking a certain punishment.
The hell? No, it is not. Fireball.
Blazing Apple?
No.
This video is sponsored by Fireball Blazing Apple.
This video ain't sponsored by shit. This video is sponsored by beers and $2 cocktails.
Man, where are you getting the store content?
I'd love to figure that out.
Yeah. We'll see you guys. We'll see you at Applebee's. This video is sponsored by Applebee's.
this video is not sponsored by Apple Bills. But also, why are we sneak this in the Chargers? Like, if they had a competent O line, they'd be in the Super Bowl. You know that, right?
No, again, they did very well.
They just have
for,
the
like,
worst O line and worst
terrible
offensive
O-line
coordinator.
and a terrible.
Offensive coordinator.
They're the best team that looked the worst.
Also, while we're here, I'm not drafting any Chargers wide receivers next year. Not because he spreads out the ball so well. No one's gonna be like, it's your
No,
50
he
points.
doesn't have a favorite pick.
Keenan Allen third down, but like, plus Trey Harris might play next year. So like, yeah, no, it's just like for the first 5 weeks it was Quentin Johnson was his favorite target. The next 2 weeks it was Lab McConkey. Then it was Arane Gadsden. Then it's like he spread the. There's too many like good receivers. Like you're not like
No, yeah.
that's probably
It's
it.
good to spread it around.
Although in a 10-man league, I probably would have a Chargers wide receiver. But
Why are you a Chargers fan?
I've never been to LA or San Diego. When I was a 5-year-old, I didn't want to be a Panthers fan. I liked the logo of the Chargers. They had a guy named LaDainian Tomlinson. And I just loved watching him. I've stuck with them ever since, which has been torture because I'm a Hornets and Chargers fan, so it's nothing misery. Except
Hey,
Interesting. I think you just got charged with a felony.
for what?
No, I don't know. You know, that's your secret to tell, but that's why you like the Chargers, because you got charged.
No,
That's
I
my
watched the
opinion.
greatest running back to ever play this sport.
O.J. Simpson, and you were expired. Expired.
You leave LT alone. You leave LT. LaDainian Tomlinson.
dude, 2,000 yards in one season.
1,000 yards in one season. And you know
LaDainian
what?
Tomlinson-
Get charged.
LaDainian Tomlinson had like the most touchdowns of the season.
Touchdowns are running yards. I think I take the running yards myself.
OJ doesn't have the running yards record.
But 2,000 yards in one season?
A lot of people have done that.
2,000. That's a big number.
That's a big
We
number.
just had
It's a
people do that
real
last
big
season.
number,
Derrick
folks.
Henry and Saquon Barkley.
Not this season.
Who did anyone
They
hit?
definitely did do it this
Did
season.
anyone hit
I was gonna
2,000?
say, I don't know if anyone did this season. Maybe Bijan, maybe Cook. Cook was up there for a while, but I think he fell.
Yeah.
Dottle was close, I think.
No, Donald was good for 4 weeks. I was right to move him off because the Panthers decided to stop running the football. Don't know
Let me see.
why.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
But yeah, next year I simply will not draft Justin Jefferson. Yeah. So basically, me, you, and Matthew are going to be picking at the bottom. And actually, we have actually, this is gonna be weird. Who? Wait, no, because Josh isn't playing next year, so
So he'll
He's
get replaced.
yeah. So me, you, and Matthew are going to have the last 3 picks.
There were only 9. It looked like there's only 9 players to ever have 2,000 yards in a season.
And
we
OJ
saw
is
2 of
one.
them last. Yeah.
LT's not on this list.
Ooh.
Oh, no, they're rush. No, this is ranked by their rushing yards to 12 games.
Oh, never mind. This is not a list I should be looking at.
Did LT never run for 2,000 yards? Probably had 2,000 all-purpose yards. He literally threw touchdown passes. But then he comes and literally like threw the ball. Like they would, like Rivers would like throw a side pass and LT would like throw a perfect
Well, that
touchdown.
still
pass.
says that there's only 9 2,000-yard rushers.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
only 9. They're the only 9.
If a guy can throw touchdown passes, catch touchdown passes, run for touchdown passes in the same season, It's just an unstoppable force of nature.
Yeah, but he doesn't have 2,000 rushing yards.
What? Okay, 2,000 rushing yards to the bar, I guess.
So Saquon is the most recent. He did that the previous season.
Saquon was going to break the record if they played him that last week. But anyway, so this season ended
What
as
is the
Eric Dickerson.
Men come gentle. I do hate this.
We're running a little
low on time.
We are. Anyway, my suggestion: please do 2 flexes next year. Don't do Matthews 2 quarterback idea. That is so.
definitely.
That is so.
quarterbacks.
I would not want to play in a double quarterback league.
Especially with 10 people, you're
The only fun thing I could see is one quarterback playing amazing and like your points go up, and then the other guys throw interceptions, the points going down, and someone's like you got a 20-point lead.
you got some guy with like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, and you're like, okay, guys, good season.
Yeah, no.
I don't see that happening, but like in the event something like that, yeah, no, that gives quarterbacks too much value at that point. I think.
Yeah. And
Flex always sucks. So
flexes and
An extra flex slot gives you the chance to have someone not suck, though.
this is true.
So while someone's probably guaranteed to suck, someone's guaranteed now to not suck.
and you could actually wouldn't work as well. The reason I have 2 IR spots in the fantasy basketball is because people load manage and people get injured all the time in basketball. So I was like, you
that's true.
need to keep multiple people on IR if they're hurt. But
Well, this has been the after the playoffs. We're all done here.
we have to announce his punishment.
Oh, well, would you
Allow
like to
me.
do that?
Let me get up here. Okay, well, I'm too tall.
Sit back down.
Sit my ass back down. Drew, scoot your ass over. Switch with me. Switch with me.
New highlight.
New highlight. I'm the star now. Fuck you all. So, the Givers. What a memorable season. Between the failure of Jamar Chase, the failure of Dallas Goedert, the failure of Joe Burrow.
I don't think he was at fault there.
I do.
I would say Jamar Chase was not. Of the 3 you just named, I would not say Jamar Chase was on there.
I will go tell you who cost you everything.
Yeah, Trey McBride.
That didn't count. That doesn't
I
count.
want to go back to that one. It's just a shame, your team would pop off and then it wouldn't.
Anyway, it don't even matter. It don't even matter because to announce our punishment, as we've hinted throughout this episode, the Givers GM feeling generous and as a show of good faith for the first year of the league, I'm considering taking on 2 punishments. Our first punishment will be the 12-hour bar challenge in a suit, similar to the
suit. This is a new one.
Oh, we're all in suits.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like this edition.
To the famed 24-hour Waffle House challenge, we have made our own set of rules. I have already selected, and Commissioner, can you confirm I have been approved that I can take this as a punishment?
The beard challenge?
The 12-hour bar challenge.
Oh, yeah, that was
As opposed to a 24-hour Waffle House challenge, I can do a 12-hour bar challenge. You confirm this. It's stated. It's confirmed.
this
Okay.
was made as a challenge.
You had Garrett Wilson get injured, Omarion Hampton get injured, and then Ashton Jeanty was inconsistent, and Chase was
Yancey
inconsistent.
wasn't
Sutton was
at the end of the season. He was like one of your star players.
He was one of those people.
yeah, but for a while he was bad. And then you were playing Hunter Henry at times. That's what cost you.
Yes. Now, so anyway, you can confirm. It is confirmed. I am allowed to do the 12-hour bar challenge.
Again, I made that challenge.
So it's time to tell you all, I have fleeced this commissioner. A 12-hour bar challenge, I don't think you considered. I can sit in a bar for 6 hours and have like 1 cocktail an hour, watch sports, barely get a buzz, and go about my fucking life.
This guy doesn't watch sports though.
Fine, I'll bring my phone and AirPods and watch anime. It's just that easy, folks.
Then he's doing that.
But that's not what we're going to do because we're champs. And while I might not get too drunk in the initial, I'm not going out without a fight. So you see, me and our commissioner here, our Commissioner DD, will be pulling up to a local bar where I will sit for 6 hours from approximately 12 to 6 on a random Saturday afternoon. At which point around 6:30 to 7, once I have completed, smashed, decimated this challenge, the rest of the league, similarly adorned in fine attire, will meet us out for a dinner and then a fun night out to commemorate the season. Now, for my own personal benefit to burn all these calories, I will also possibly, maybe we're considering, I'm starting a job this weekend. We're going to have to see what the schedule's looking like before I make any real commitment of any kind of training program or anything like that. We'll be running a marathon. So that's just for me. That one's more for funsies. But yes, that is the punishment I have selected as this year's biggest loser of hair, weight, hose, and the fantasy football league.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. I know.
He's doing a great.
You weren't buying one. Just wear nice clothes. Wear a button up.
Yeah, just
Wait, first of all, you just got married. What do you mean you don't have a suit?
He did. Yeah, did they not
I
give you?
rented.
He had to rent it. Okay.
Brother, you thought I bought this?
Yeah, just wear a button up.
Just wear a button up. Just wear something nice. Wedding attire.
If I'm there.
Which you will be, because
Let's
we're
make
going to
it look-
kidnap you.
Let's make it look like the nicest bachelor party.
Nicest.
I'm already married though.
This one's for me. It's to get married to the
It's
game.
not for you.
This is for me getting
Get
married to the game. I'm getting married to the game. All right.
He said next season. It's not. We're not repeating.
Shouldn't we make Josh do the punishment since he like quit on everybody? I don't think it's fair that the guy that was
It isn't. It isn't, because if I had it my way, I would have done that. But he didn't. He got fourth. He got fourth still.
Well, folks, with that, on that note, we
Someone
hear.
uncommitted still got more points than you in the punishment.
Man, I'm trying to do a cool speed. Come on. Say it. Say what you have to say.
Get it out. He's still the lowest scoring person in the final weeks. So you know, if
That's just unfortunate. My team fell apart.
so, yeah, Jack's the real winner. Jack and Ryan are apparently the real winners. And if we did it by who win the final week, I'd still be third. So nothing changes.
He got
Boom.
third regardless.
Boom.
He'll never be a winner.
Any final words, Commissioner?
He's a cap artist.
I'm a cap. He's talking about
What?
these sneak disses and everything. Everything I said about him was true.
But
He was a
insulted you-
hater
I've
from the
insulted
start.
you on camera.
I folded him every
I
single time we
insulted
went
you in
against him,
person,
except
that's
for
the
1 week
I'm
where he
doing this
had.
in person. I'm insulting you
yeah.
in person.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're here because every time you were wrong. I smacked you by over 100 points, I think, in the final in our playoff game.
Not my fault.
Not his fault, but
I feel like I'm in the middle of a UFC shit talk right
I
now.
was gonna say no. Regardless of what he says, I still won,
If you're not first, you're last.
and that's all he has to say because he doesn't know what the top 2 championship game looks like.
In response, I tapped 2 blue to counterspell.
I was gonna say I ended the season technically even with Matthew and with a better record against every other team.
All right, ladies, save it for the restroom. Cat fights in there only. Now, we here at the Big Leagues Calling Podcast would like to thank you for coming out and enjoying this season and this wonderful adventure we drove on. A big thanks from the commissioner himself and from me, the Givers, aka the Shadow Commissioner.
The Shadow
The Shadow Commissioner.
Promoting yourself?
We can also still do episodes if you want to talk about basketball because
We-
fantasy basketball is still going
We're
on.
gonna probably do
And I-
Magic the Gathering.
or
Possibly. I'm also an undefeated super champion in fantasy basketball somehow. I really don't know how to do this.
So
10
Once
and 0.
again-
Can you believe that? 10-0.
I really just don't have it. I haven't been paying attention to basketball.
Like, someone's got to beat me.
a big thanks from everyone here in the league.
Put in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We- The commissioner and I will see you back.
Thank you all for watching.
You're getting the mic in a sec. I'm saying something. I'm giving it to
It's
you.
been a pleasure.
I could
couldn't
kill
have
you.
asked for a greater 6-man. Thank you all.
So you
Goodbye.
want Josh?
Well, I wanted to give the commissioner the last word. Me and the commissioner will be back in a couple of weeks for our punishment breakdown, recap / montage, and season rewind. And with that,
Forward to that.
Yoga, get it